PTPI stock, Petros Pharmaceuticals Inc. It seems there may be some sort of a short squeeze on the stock. That is what the boss has been on Twitter, and it is probably this is one of the stocks that the folks out there have decided to jump in and see what they can squeeze out of it. So this is what we're looking at right now, is a possible squeeze on PTPI stock, Petros Pharmaceuticals, up 136.86%, trading at $4.96. It closed Friday the 26th at 2.1407, 2.14 dollars. Okay, so let's get the volume. Let's get the volume at right now. Let's get a volume right now. Let's see what we are looking at right here. We have a volume of 155 million. The float of the stock is a very small one, very small float. So this is more than 10 times its float. So that's what we're looking at right now. PTPI stock, strongly bullish. The good thing about it is that it has been doing things before it spiked sometime around past 12:30 Eastern US time. It was actually trading in a very nice pattern that will ensure that it continues to extend, and I think has also come back to that sort of pattern. You can see that trading very close to its 10-day moving average, even though the angle of attack looks steep, but if it keeps on doing that, amongst other things, is that market participants and indeed their machines will look at it and say, yes, it's extending and never falling below its 10-day moving average. This support, it never falls below that. That means that momentum is still there, and it keeps on. It's a cycle that keeps on feeding on itself. So we're looking at now a gain of 141%. Can we see whether we can just early now determine a price target? We have this high of $5.09. That's our high. That's the high we're picking here. 5.09, and then we pick this low of, let's pick this low of 4.78, so minus 4.78, minus 4.788. We have a difference of 0.31 times 2.618. we give you 0.811 plus 5.03, 5.03. we have 5.841. Is that a possibility? Easily we can get to 5.814. Even right here, right now, while you're watching this video, we can easily get to 5.841. Indeed, you can always decide what sort of high you're going to pick, and even pick somewhere way away, depending on how comfortable you are. You can pick from here 4.176, and you can use this low as well, and then you can use any sort of Fibonacci extension levels you are comfortable with. 1.618, 2.618, 3.618, 100%, or 1, or even 0.618, depending on this sort of extension levels you feel is the best. You can decide to use that. So right now we are seeing that it has fallen. Now this is the first time it has fallen. Okay, they've fallen below its moving average since past 12 p.m. Eastern US time. This is the first time it's fallen below that 10, 20, 50-day moving average. So those the 10 and 20-day moving average weren't enough support. Even this 50-day moving average wasn't enough support. So he has broken those supports. So trading at 4.67. The gain is still roughly 223%. Momentum is very weak right now. Yeah, very, very weak. The stock is approaching oversold territory. The RSI is still holding up there, showing that there's still some strength there. Okay, and still holding up at $4.7. The gain has now been reduced to 125.84%. So this is also live. This is the 1 minute live chart for PTPI stock. This is the closest you can get to what's going on with PTPI stock. So remember, we just determined a price target of $5.80. Is it possible? Is it possible? I mean, what we're looking at right now, this sort of retracement, this sort of retracement, it may or may not be the end of it all, but at the same time, things could suddenly change as well. And you can see that there's a good chance it might spike up again, because what we're looking at right now is that the stock is totally oversold right now. You can see that. Usually when you have the momentum indicating an oversold condition, it can't continue to, if it's oversold, then the next option will be to come out from that situation. Yes, indeed, it can dwell in that situation, in that oversold condition, but it is binary. It is either oversold or no more oversold. So, and if it's no more oversold, then it's likely that the momentum will begin to increase. So that is possibly what we are looking at right now. Market participants, they'll be looking at this. Their machines will also be looking at it. It is trading at a discount to its 10, 20 day move, 10, 20, 50-day moving averages. A good buying opportunity, very good buying opportunity for scalpers, for day traders. This is a very good point where I wouldn't say it's the best point, but right now some of them might just be chipping in money to see what's going to come out of it. So we're looking at a possible short squeeze. That is probably how we got to this gain of 125.4%. Based on what we have been able to research. Folks on Twitter and all the social media platforms, they were talking about PTPI being a possibility of it being short squeezed. But you have to be really careful. It's a very popular stock, and then you're also talking about a very popular issue, which is a short squeeze. This is everybody and their machines will focus on the stock, so you have to be really careful with this one. Okay, yes, it tried to extend again, but got from this resistance from that 50-day moving average, and it has now cooled off just below it, and there's a good chance it will break through. And indeed, it might also. There's a very good chance it can always get to $5.8, which is only $1 away from where it is right now. This is a stock that has already added $2.71 already now. So anything can happen. It may or may not get there, but the target we have, based on how it has performed in just a few minutes ago, we have determined that it's possible that it can get to $5.8. So this is what's going on right now. I think it's challenging, or it's broken through that 50-day moving average, even broke through the 10-day moving average, as a matter of fact. Sorry, this is the 50-day moving average. I've been saying all along, this is the 20-day moving average, not the 50-day moving average. I'm very sorry about that. So it has broken through that 20-day moving average. This is the 50-day moving average. This is the 200-day moving average. This is the volume weighted average price. So now above that 10-day moving average, the gain has now increased to 133.01. Indeed, at some point we saw it reach 143, I think, as well. You can see that I told you the momentum has just suddenly left that oversold condition. It's getting stronger. It's binary, it's binary. Momentum precedes price action. Momentum being in oversold condition, the consequence is that it might begin to extend again. It's preceding. It's just telling you what is likely to happen. So that's what it means. Momentum precedes price action. Oversold condition is also pointing. It's not just pointing at what's going on there. It's pointing out the next thing. The next thing is that it might begin to extend. So you might say, while it was here, some people will put a huge amount of money here, and already they would have made something already. So yes, momentum does precede price action. When it's oversold, the implication of that is that it might also leave that condition. It might begin to tend to become overbought. So right now the gain is now 131%. Let's see the sort of volumes you're looking at here. The volumes are now quite light. Let's see where the stock is trading. We're not getting any live volumes here. Let's see. We're not getting any live volumes, but let's update ourselves with the volume on this daily chart. Let's get 162. So since the last time we checked, it was 155. So it's now 162. So it is highly very active. This is a very active stock right now. So it has now pulled back again, getting support from the 10-day moving average, now below the 10 and 20-day moving averages, but still above the 200-day moving average, still above that 200-day moving, the 50-day moving average. Okay, and momentum is just resting at just above the oversold territory, oversold section. The oversold section is from 20, so it's just resting there, just slightly above it. RSI is also holding out at 54.89, not completely poor, but just not as strong as it was before. You can see that at some point it was totally indicating a huge amount of strength. So right now the stock is pretty much clean off, so just be really careful with this stock. It is very popular, and just be really careful. We have a price target of $5.88, but we are not recommending that you get involved with the stock. It may even continue to extend in subsequent sessions, and we'll continue to update you. So based on what we have seen it do in the past few minutes, we think the price target we think it has a price target of about $5.8. At the same time, it is very risky, just be careful. Know what you're doing with this one. The popularity is it's right now, it is very popular, and everybody is watching it. It's very active right now, very active. It was also on the move in the pre-market, and for good enough, it continues to extend. So just be really careful, and we'll continue to update you on PTPI stock. And thank you very much for watching this video.